Hello everybody, Jonathan Wolf here. Why is the timer going up? I don't understand. What are you doing? Hello everybody, Jonathan Wolf here, and welcome back to a brand new Retro Achievement Mastery. Today we're going to be mastering Metroid II Return of Samus for the Game Boy. So yeah, like I said in the Alien Syndrome video and the Alien Trilogy video, or not the video, but the Alien Trilogy video on the main channel and the Alien Syndrome playthrough I did for the I post on the archives. Originally, I was gonna do this game and Alien Syndrome after Alien Trilogy, with Alien Syndrome being my Halloween video. However, I got a bit delayed with the production of the Alien Trilogy video. But, you know, that's okay, because I'm gonna compromise it by doing them now. And, yeah, after we do this game, it's on to Sly Cooper, our first PlayStation 2 game. So that's very exciting. And then we're gonna go back to the PlayStation 1 to tackle a game I wanted to tackle before Sly Cooper, but I want Sly Cooper to be the 15th Mastery, which is a bit special because I actually do have something special I'm gonna do for that fight, or for that set. Although it's gonna be a one-time thing, but it's not gonna be that spectacular. But yeah, similar to Metroid, similar to the original Metroid on NES, Metroid 2 has the exact same number of achievements, which are 25. And we can just start and hear the little beeping that we'll see, as well as watch the cool overlay. But yeah, as you can see, we have 0 of 25 achievements. And yeah, basically, when it comes to the achievements, we basically have the same thing as Metroid 1, where it's basically getting all possible upgrades, which involves the different beams, since, you know, beams don't stack in this game, similar to Metroid 1. We also have beating our first type of Metroid, defeating the final boss, beating the game. And then, of course, we have the Speedrun Achievements, which are beating the game in under 9 hours, beating the game in under 5 hours, and beating the game in under 3 hours. Now, that being said, unlike Metroid, where we need to do 2 playthroughs to master this game, for this one, we can actually master it in 1 playthrough, and you're going to see how when we get to it. So, yeah, with that said, let's not waste any more time, and I believe if I choose Start 1, it's going to be... Okay, yeah, that's my personal account file, which I have to redo now because I have to do the thing. Okay, man, I cannot believe that happened. That's the first time that I've ever done goof like that. Thank God it's like an achievement I can get literally at the beginning of the game, so yeah. But yeah, with that said, let's go with file number 2 and let's go. Really? Do not take damage and don't kill anything? Wow, that's pretty funny. So yeah, the story of this game, for those who don't know, for those who haven't played AM2R or Samus Returns, basically, we are in SR388. And basically, we are here to destroy the Metroids. Why are we doing this? Because, well, after the first game, the Metroids are a danger to society, aka people that have nothing else better to do except than complain about some alien life force or something. I don't know. I'm just interpreting what the manual says. Although, to be fair, the manual actually specifies that not a rescue team, but an investigation team a research team came to the planet to actually research on the Metroids. However, they went missing. And later they actually sent a rescue team, but they also lost communication. So yeah, that sucks to them. We don't see, or they don't get mentioned in this game at all. Actually, I believe they do get mentioned in the manual, but you know, considering I'm playing this on a freaking emulator, yeah, trying to find a manual in a digital game is very difficult, which is kind of sad because manuals are cool. I still remember the Earthbound manual, even though I never actually owned it. I do know that the Earthbound manual had like these scratch things that have smell, so because that game stank, which was terrible marketing, but whatever. But yeah, as you can see, here we got a Metroid. However, oh my god, it evolved like a Pokemon. So yes, the Metroids are no longer the cute little jellyfish. Instead, we now have the evolution of the Metroids. And these were Alpha Metroids. And yeah, basically, these guys are the easiest of the bunch. And yeah, as you can see, after we defeat them, the earth is trembling. We've angered the gods. Except not really, because apparently, and, you know, in the concept of this game, you don't know why, but apparently, once we defeat Metroids, we will uncover, or we can go deeper into the planet. So I'm guessing that the planet itself wants to get rid of the Metroids, and once we get rid of them in a specific area, the planet itself will give us permission to actually continue our gelatinous massacre. I guess that's how I'm going to interpret it in this game, considering that they do give an explanation in Samus Returns. And if you're wondering if they do that in AM2R, no, they don't. But yeah, Metroid 2, when it comes to, yeah, here we got, so yeah, here we got new, but yeah, basically in this game we got new things. For one, we got a save station, which is awesome. But also, we can actually crouch to shoot lower enemies. And we can also shoot downwards, as you can see right there. Now, if you're wondering if we're going to shoot in diagonally, well, wait until Super Metroid. Which is very exciting, because that's the next game we gotta do when it comes to 2D. Because, yeah, even though I like to do these games in chronological order, you know, if we want to be technical, the Prime series, for those who don't know, do take place in between... Oh my god, what am I doing? The Prime games take place in between the first two Metroid games. However, when it comes to the connection between Prime and the mainline games, there's really no like easy connection to make. The only one, I guess, would be Ridley, since in Prime he gets metal implates to actually heal himself after a battle in the first game. And then if you play Samus Returns, we get Proteus Ridley, which is basically Ridley healing out of the metal plates that he had to use back in Prime, which is, as far as I'm concerned, the only connection between the Prime games and the mainline games, which is very interesting. So now the question is, are they going to do something with Ridley in the next game, in Prime 4? Because, yeah, by the time I'm recording this, it's... Oh, wow. By the time I'm recording this, Prime 4 is releasing in 1 month. So, ooh, I'm excited. Because, yeah, I've been looking forward to Prime 4 ever since it got announced back in 2017. Which is kind of funny because, you know, we're playing Metroid 2. And on that same E3 where it got announced, we also got a... we also got the announcement of... what's it called? We got the announcement of the Metroid Samus Returns remake, which is very, very cool. But yeah, another reason as to why this game is actually much easier to complete or to master, or why we can actually master this game in one playthrough, is because unlike Metroid 1, where the game is very open-ended, this game is a more linear experience. And we can actually get everything, and if we're lucky, we can actually basically get everything in one go. So that's pretty exciting. Alright, so let's Savadagame. And, yeah, let's just go and do stuff, you know? Now, one thing that's also pretty cool that a lot of people don't know is that if you pause the game, you can actually see in the bottom right corner how many are in each area. So for in this area, which I believe is called the Golden Temple, although I don't remember the name of the areas from the top of my head, but area 2 is essentially we have 4 Metroids to kill. Yeah, here we got a missile door, and this will give us the detonation and excavation, also known as the bombs. So yes, we are the bomb now. And here we have a... I love that jingle. And yeah, here we have a missile tank. And yeah, that's actually another thing, is that we actually start with missiles. We actually start with 30 missiles, which is pretty cool if you ask me. But yeah, this is actually another game where I would classify it as a guide game. Because, yeah, I'm gonna be real. So, to give a little perspective, I've only with this mastery, this will be the 3rd time I've ever beaten this game. Yes, I'm dead serious, the 3rd time. Now the reason it's the 3rd time is because okay, we want to go down. Now the reason as to why is because actually if we go down here, we can get the ice beam. But the reason it's the 3rd time is because after getting Samus Returns and AM2R, I had no intention of playing this game. Now granted, I was gonna play it anyway because I wanted to, you know, experience every Metroid game. However, yeah, I could not play it since back then I wasn't into emulation as I am today, or virtual console stuff when it comes to Nintendo official ways of playing Nintendo games. Explosions! I love it. Alright, so we now have 50 missiles, which is very cool. Oh, we can do it, okay. Okay, please. Oh, we don't do the boost, okay. Okay, that works. we just damage boost into it. Oh man, that's actually pretty funny. I believe you're supposed to get the spider ball before coming here, but yeah, we can just do that. Oh man, that's funny. Okay. Yeah, let's just go up. Anyway, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Which is kind of sad, because, you know, I need to provide insightful commentary. Very funny commentary. Except for the fact that I'm not funny whatsoever. Oh yeah, but yeah, but yeah, basically, I never actually played this game, and you know, considering that I played Samus Returns and later down the road AM2R, I thought of no reason to actually play this game. However, after some time, I decided to, you know what, let's just do it. And yeah, basically, wait, is it down again? Okay, yeah, it's down again. Oh, what? Oh my god, what are you doing, Samus? Wait, just... get over there. There you go. But yeah, basically, it wasn't until 2021 where I finally played this game for the first time, because before Dread came out, I decided to do a 2D Metroid marathon where I basically played through every single Metroid game. And yeah, I basically played through the original game. I basically played through all of them. So the original 1 and 2, Zero Mission, Fusion, Super, Samus Returns, and all of that. And as a bonus, I also played AM2R. But yeah, I decided to, and yeah, basically, yeah, it was actually the first time I ever played this game. And later down the road, I decided to play it again, and to, you know, master the game on my personal account on RetroAchievements, which now I have to do it again. So that sucks. Oh my god. I'm still not gonna get over that. That's pretty funny. Anyway, let's just kill this bird, turret, whatever. And yeah, with that said, let's continue on. Now, right above me, there's actually a holy crap, those bombs are slow. Or those explosions are slow. Let me say real quick, just in case. Because yeah, when it comes to this game, yeah, this game is pretty hard. Even though we have but yeah, if you decide to spider ball all the way up to the top of this room, there's going to be a missile and energy recharge stations. However, I am not going to get them because I'm doing good on health. I'm doing good on... Oh my god. I'm doing good on health and missiles, so yeah. Although, to be fair, you don't have to worry about health until the end, where you have to fight the more annoying Metroids. And yeah, this is actually another thing that I don't like about this game, is the fact that you can get comboed very quickly. Which is kind of a flaw that I have with this game, because it's like, it's like, what is this, Symphony of the Night, where enemies combo you to no death, which is, yeah, one of the things I really don't like about Symphony. Oh no, how could you? Wow. Oh, get out of the ball, Samus. Okay. Alright. Now that said, there is actually an energy recharge in that room where I was, so... I like how you get inside the carcass. That's funny. And yeah, similar to... and yeah, with this playthrough, this would be the third time I ever mastered this game, which... Yeah. I kind of wish I actually, you know, could play this game more, although, because, again, to be fair, there is really no... So, like I said with, in the Metroid 1 video, because of the fact that we have, remakes that improve on the games and then some, like, you know, with Zero Mission and Samus Returns, and even AM2R, there's really no reason to actually, you know, play the original 1 and 2. Although I will say that I actually really do like, I actually really do like, 2, or 1, or the original game. But yeah, besides that, yeah, this is... out of all the Metroid games, well, not counting Pinball, for very obvious reasons, this is actually... Oh god. I would put this game as the game that I've replayed the least of the Metroid series. Actually, no, that's a lie. The game that takes the game that takes that award is Hunters. Because, yeah, I have... Actually, I've never beaten Hunters. I'm actually playing it right now. On my DS. And, yeah, it's, man, I've been missing out because that game is pretty good. Although... It does leave some cramps in my hands, which is not a good thing, but besides that, yeah, Hunters is a pretty enjoyable game. And yeah, I gotta be honest, I think in terms of the controls, it controls kind of similar to Kid Icarus Uprising, where you move with a D-pad and then you aim with the stylus in the screen. But yeah, I don't know. I have a more hard time playing Hunters than Kid Icarus Uprising. All right, and that's all the Metroids in Area 2, technically. Because yeah, Area 1 is technically the beginning, or I guess the surface. I mean, if we're talking Samus Returns lingo, this would technically be Area 1. And where the ship is the surface. But, you know, whatever. But yeah, now we have to go back to... now we gotta go back. And, yeah, we can just... move on to the next area. Get ready for the next level. Okay, actually, I believe there is a... Oh no, how could you? Ah, whatever. But yeah, there's actually a, Oh, wait. Oh, is it here? I think it is here. But yeah, there's actually a... Oh, yeah, it is here. Okay. So, yeah, right down there... Anyway, sorry about that. Sorry about the silence, but... Yeah, that glowing orb back there, that was actually an energy recharge that you can use to restore all your energy, but... I forgot how to access it, so there you go. I believe you had to bomb it, but... Or bomb underneath it, but... Or above it, but whatever. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. Then again, health is overrated. So, there you go. Health is overrated. There, I said it. I said the O word. Therefore, I'm right. But yeah, basically, every time you hear the ground shake, or you see the ground shake, or the screen shake at this point, basically, the lava, so to speak, that was in here is now gone. And now we can actually move on to the next area, which is Area 2. And yeah, similar to Metroid 1, this is actually another game that I will classify as a guide game because, yeah, there is no map feature. Although I will say that, unlike Metroid 2, this game is not as... What would be the opposite of beginner-friendly? This game is not as punishing, I guess, when it comes to the first game, when it comes of getting lost, because, like I said, this game is very linear. And, yeah, it's very easy to... What's it called? It's very easy to know where you're going, because because unless you know, finish getting everything, or no, what's the word? Unless you decide to, or you're, oh my god, what's the word? You're not going to move on to the next area of the game until you destroy every Metroid in said area, which you can check by pausing the game, which in this case we have 8. So, yeah. That's basically what it boils down to. Then, and also we get a bunch of beeps and boops, so that's awesome. And then we have these things, which I have no idea what they're supposed to be, but whatever. And no, I'm stuck on a wall. Because, yeah, these things appear in Name 2R, but they do nothing. Okay, get ready, because there's actually an alpha here. And there it is. Now, unlike Samus Returns, where you can actually damage them with the Ice Beam, yeah, you cannot do that, because Metroids, or at least the evolved Metroids, are immune to the Ice Beam, so yeah, that sucks. But you can actually kill them very much easily, so there you go. All's well and ends well, I guess. Okay, so here we have Area 2, and this is a much bigger area. Now, where should we go first? We should go get the next area, I guess. We should go get the next, upgrade, I guess. So yeah, we're gonna go outside. And now we're gonna very slowly climb this, structure. And yeah, that's another thing can be very annoying, and that's the fact that enemies just appear out of nowhere. And it's as annoying as it sounds. Because yeah, this guy. Don't get me. Okay. Now here, yeah, we got a missile tank. Okay, and now we gotta go back up, and oh no, we cannot do it anymore. Okay. That's as far as we go. Oh my god, am I gonna die here? I died on the first game, so yeah, am I gonna die here? Is that the question that we should answer? Because yeah, I'm not gonna lie when I say this, but compared to the first game, I actually do find this game much more difficult than the first game, which is, I know it sounds weird, but it's true for me. I actually do think this game is the hardest of the first two. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, look at that. Here we go. First death incoming. 5 HP. Let's go. Who's gonna kill me? Who is going to be the lucky bastard to kill me? Yeah, let's do something stupid and save. Okay. Where is the next Oh, there's an alpha. Okay, there's an energy replenish, but there's actually a an alpha there. Ugh, that doesn't sound good. Alright, let's go down here and hopefully not die. And walk normally on water. Okay, that makes sense. Because there's actually a there is a missile tank over here. There you are. Alright. 110. That's nice. Hey, look, the 10 HP that I have is now part of the missiles. That's nice. Or got retracted from the missiles to keep me alive. if that's even a thing. Can I just say, I actually really do like the intense beeping when you're in low health. I don't know why, it just sounds cool. It sounds cool, I guess. Okay, where am I? Okay. We're gonna go over here. And then we're gonna go up. We can go down and kill more Metroids, but I do want to try to reach that energy recharge. Unless I die, in which case I am ultra screwed because yeah, I'm gonna return with 5 HP. So yeah, let's make sure we don't do that. Oh, but here's the thing. I forgot how much damage alphas do. I guess we're gonna find out, I guess. Wait a minute. There's a missile tank over here-ish. And yeah, that's actually one other thing you gotta be careful, and that's the fact that bomb explosions will actually get rid of your spider ball, which is very annoying. And yeah, I forgot to completely mention this, but yeah, we got the spider ball, and oh no. And yeah, basically what you want to do is press down while you're in morph ball, and you will actually activate the spider ball. Now the problem with the spider ball is that if you press one direction, as you can see on the overlay, you'll continuously go in that direction unless you stop pressing the button, and yeah, it can be kind of confusing. But also, the most annoying aspect about the spider ball that I don't like is that when you explode, or when the thing explodes, yeah, you cannot heal, or you will actually detach from, or the spider ball will actually shut off, which is very annoying. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna continue spider balling over to this side, because here we can get an alpha. Here we can fight an alpha. Oh, and I really hope I don't die, because yeah, that would suck. All right, pressure's on. Let's see how we do. Okay, they do 10 damage. Oh, wow. Clutch. Clutch of the century. Let's go. Okay, so yeah, you can kind of see it, but there's a thing down there. And there we go. If you touch it, you will get healed to max. Nice. Okay, there we go. Oh my god. I feel so much better now. Now the problem is that now we have to fight a new boss, which I am not looking forward to, because this guy actually killed me a lot of times. But yeah, basically I'm going to detach here, and then I'm going to hold to the right, and hopefully land on top of this place. And also avoid those plants that are kind of annoying. And down we go. Alright. And here we have the next upgrade. However, if you know Metroid II, Oh my god, I'm so dead. Yep. So yeah, that's Arachnus. And yeah, he sucks. I fucking hate this fight. I fucking hate that fight. It is such a stupid fight that I have no idea what's the best way to actually get him. Because yeah, missiles do nothing, shoot him do nothing, and you fight him in such a tiny arena that it's not even funny. Well, there you go, 1 HP. Now, the positive thing about dying, I guess, is that the timer does not, or you go back to your timer when you saved. So yeah, it doesn't. So yeah, if you die, so yeah, if you saved at 22 seconds and then you died at 33, you're gonna go back to 22. So at least there's that. But yeah, my biggest issue with Arachnus is that I feel that he is almost impossible to defeat. He's just very obnoxious to fight. And it's probably just a me thing, but whatever. Maybe a skill issue, as all of you youngins will put it. Yeah, let's very quickly go back. Although, I could actually go for Varia. Because, yeah, we can get Varia. Well. Okay, so I can get one hit from the alpha. And yeah, if I try to go for the health, I'm most likely gonna die. Because yeah, we have to destroy a bomb block. All right, pressure's on. Let's. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, there we go. Okay, so should we actually do Arachnus, or should I go and save? I don't know, actually. Wait, let me check real quick. Okay. Alright, you know what? Let's save Arachnus for later. I'll do Arachnus, when we, what's the word? Oh. Oh. Why the cutscene? Okay. Yes, it's an alpha, we already know that. Anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna save Arachnus for last before we move on to the second part of this level. And yeah, here we cannot, and yeah, basically, that tunnel we have to scale with Spider Ball for if we want to go back. So yeah. Okay, so actually, let's go over here first. Oh, I need to climb again. Okay, fine. Now the good thing is that you can still activate a Spider Ball. While in midair, so it's not something like so at least there's that, so you don't have to wait until you fall all the way down. Okay, here it is. And if we go down here, we can get the high jump boots. Jumping higher. And yeah, I'm probably gonna clear out this whole area before I go to Arachnis. Because I forgot if you actually require the spring ball to... Wow, okay, so that was completely pointless. Okay, cool. But yeah, I forgot if you actually need the spring ball to actually beat the game. I don't remember, actually. I mean, I know you need it for, oh my god. I know you need it for, Samus Returns, but I forgot if you technically need it for, this game. Oh, screw you too. Hey, this room looks familiar. Alright. So 2 more and we're gonna be at sort of halfway with the missile, so that's pretty cool. And speaking of, yeah, they're right here. So yeah, we got more explosions. Oh wait, but it said 140. Oh, whatever. Oh my god, I gotta go back to the high jump room. I keep forgetting the layout of this level. Or of this game. Yeah, so yeah, if it wasn't obvious, yeah, I don't play this game a lot. Did I mention that this will be the 3rd time I actually master this game? Or actually fully complete this game? And yeah, at this pace, I am not getting the sub 3 hour speed run. Also, I'm not gonna lie, the high jump is kind of messing with me. Because I'm used to the small jump. Alright. 2nd energy tank. And our next missile tank. Get up, Samus. Okay. Okay, where am I now? Oh, right. Oh no, wait, this is the way to the new beam. Okay, never mind. I'm dumb. Hey, I remember you. Waving goodbye. So yeah, here we got the wave beam, and it works the same as the first game. And am I reading this wrong? Yes, I am. Okay. So yeah, for those who don't know, I'm actually using a map for this one, similar to the first one. Although, I don't have notes because, yeah, I don't find the need of using notes for this game. Okay, so now we gotta slowly climb to the top. And now... I should go save. Actually, before we do that... Yeah, it feels kind of weird not to... It feels weird that we actually move normally underwater. Which is... That's funny. That's pretty funny. Oh, you know what? Let's just go up here first. Because we gotta go down anyways, so... Oh no, where's the power-up? How could you? And there it is. The various suit. However, this time, instead of giving us the color of pink, we now have the ever iconic shoulder pads, which are not as massive as they are in Samus Returns, or other games like Prime 1. But you know, it was a work in progress, so it makes sense, I guess. Okay, so yeah, we got a secret path here. And are these blocks really necessary? I'm just asking. I'm curious. I'm legitimately curious. Alright, so that's it for this section. So now we're gonna go save, and then we're gonna go fight Arachnus and get the spring ball. Screw you too, buddy. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you actually require the thing, but I'm just gonna go for it. Thanks, buddy. Now, the good thing is that we now have more health, so at least there's that. Oh, you can't kill the plants. Wait. Oh, okay. Oh, that's weird, because when I first played this game, and when I mastered it for the first time, I wasn't able to destroy them. Alright, does the beam actually do something? Okay, so I do understand. Okay, so I did understand how he attacks. So he jumps every time you press attack. So I guess the idea is to lay bombs as he's jumping. And that's how you can actually get him? That may need that fight may need some more analysis. Because, yeah, I do know that in Samus Returns, you have to stun him with the bombs when he does his rolling attack and stomp attacks. And in AM2R, I mean, we have to basically get him to... We basically need to boost him into some electric generators. Which is a pretty cool way to defeat that. To defeat Arachnus there, but... Alas. Okay, so now we gotta go down. We're going down, down, down. I should have saved the game. Well, it's gonna bite me in the ass if I... Well, it's gonna bite me in the ass, I guess. Okay, let's go over here first, because here we can fight a brand new enemy. Weed. That's what we're fighting. Oh my god, it evolved. And it's all sparky. And there we go. Mutation. So yeah, that was our first Gamma Metroid. And yeah, these guys are pretty tanky, I'm not gonna lie. They're kind of annoying, if I'm being completely honest, because yeah. That electric attack has a very questionable hitbox. Ah! Camera. Okay, then. And there it is. Alright. Okay, so now... over over here. We can fight an alpha. No, don't do that game. Okay. Alright, so now we have one more. Yes. And he will be, or it will be, a gamma. So we gotta be careful. Now, the good thing, I guess, is that there is a an energy refill. But it's past him, so yeah, that's gonna be scary. Oh, there he is. I'm not afraid of you. I'm afraid of you. Oh my god, 2 HP. Wow. Okay. Oh, thank god. Wow, okay, that was scary. I thought for sure I was gonna die. But I didn't, so I'm happy. And there it is. That is it for all the Metroids in Area 2. Now the question is, did I get all the... Oh, come on, Samus. Did I get all of the items? Oh. I don't know, actually. Okay, let me check real quick. Okay, so... Yes, we did. Okay, we are great. We are golden. Okay. So, speaking of Samus Returns, I've been playing that game lately on my 3DS, and yeah, the reason why is because after so many years, I finally did some specific modifications to my 3DS, my very first 3DS, and yeah, I was able to legitimately unlock fusion mode using my totally legit and real, I should specify, and real Metroid amiibo. Thanks, buddy. And yeah, let me just say that I am enjoying every single mode of the masochist playthrough that is fusion mode, because Jesus Christ, that mode is hard. Like, absolutely hard. Like, I would even say it's even harder than the hardest difficult on Dread that is in Dread mode, because, I mean, because, you know, to be fair, Dread mode is basically a one-shot mode. So that by technicality doesn't count. But yeah, it's hard. it's really hard because, yeah, for those who don't know, fusion mode and Samus Returns, you not only are equipped with the fusion suit, which is very cool, and also as a bonus, the Various suit is not vomit green, or doesn't make me want to vomit. So there you go. But also, you take 4 times the damage. So yeah, if an enemy does 25 damage, you now take it now does an entire energy tank, which is disgusting, and I love it. Because, you know, it makes me want to get better, and yeah, as of now, I'm in Area 5? Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, I believe that sounds right. I'm in Area 5. Where we basically have to... what's it called? Where we basically need to... I'm in the area after the Dig or Not escape sequence, where you get space jump, so, yeah. I believe it's the area where you get the phase shift. You know, the not speed booster. Considering, because, you know, the speed booster is not in Samus Returns. Okay, here we go. Area 3. Now, this is the... I would say this is the biggest area of the game. Because, yeah, here we have a whopping 10 Metroids to kill, which is awesome. Okay, now the question is, where do I want to go first? If I go down, I can find a... Okay, no, never mind. Never mind. Now, one of my biggest issues when it comes to the original Metroid 2 is that Samus' sprite is way too big. Which is an issue I've seen when it comes to... Thank you, buddy. Thanks, game. Which is an issue I've seen in... oh, come on. Which is an issue I've seen in Super Metroid. Although, I'm gonna be honest, I never found Samus' sprite that big. But... oh well, I'm probably in the minority. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna save that area for last because, yeah, that area is just pain. Because it's filled with those spike balls, and yeah, it's annoying. We're just gonna cover the main area, I guess, first. Because, yeah, I believe that's the area where it's pitch dark in AM2R. Which, yeah, it's my least favorite part of the game, so there you go. Oh, come on now. Oh, come on now. Oh, come on now. Stop it. You annoying bastard. Okay. Okay, let's go get that power up. You know the one. That power up, which is, oh, so very reliable. Oh, actually, before I should have not gone that because I can get I could have gotten a recharge for my missiles. Ah, whatever. I'll just get it on the way back. Alright. And here we have the introduction of the Space Jump. Space Jump. And I'm gonna be real, this is probably my least favorite power-up in this game because the Space Jump is so ungodly unreliable that it's not even funny. So for those who don't know what the Space Jump is, basically you can now infinitely jump. However, the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 problems about this is that sometimes Samus will just stop the spinning animation and just go into this. Yeah, she'll just go into her normal, like, sprite, I guess. And yeah, if that happens, you're basically screwed and you have to go all the way to the bottom of the area you were at. Because, yeah, in this game, you cannot spin while in midair, which is something that would get fixed in a Fusion. I was gonna say Zero Mission, but no, Fusion was first. Okay, so there should be an entrance. Yes. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, they give you 10 missiles instead of 5. Ah, okay. That is a different change. Almost. Okay. Yeah, let's just... Oh, no, we cannot go down. We can just go over here. Okay. Here we have our next beam upgrade, which is the Spazer Beam. Which for some reason would get renamed to Wide Beam, but... Yeah, I don't get why. Yeah, basically, this is the triple shot. And yeah, you can now shoot grounded enemies without even crouching. So, yeah, that basically justifies the existence of this beam. Okay, so here we got a Gamma. Oh, God. What the heck is this room? And yeah, that's another problem with Gammas, is the fact that you have to hit them in the specific spot, otherwise, yeah, they're just not gonna hit them, which is very annoying. Okay. So that's it for you. So my recommendation for space jump in this game is to never hold the button, because that's when you try to do your next space jump input, it just won't work. And you know, you can also do stupid stuff like that. Wow. Okay, that was pretty funny. Oh, whoops. Okay, so directly above me, there is an energy replenish. Oh, it's just right there. Okay. Oh, stop it. Yeah, that's honestly my least favorite part about this game. The fact that enemies can just combo you like nothing. God, this space jump sucks. Oh, cool. Okay, can you please get up there, Metroid? Get up there, Metroid. See, look at that. She just decides to not do it. That's... Oh my god, of course. There we go. Was it so hard? Apparently for Samus it was. Okay. That was definitely a thing. Okay. That was definitely a thing. Okay. Sure. There we go. And wow, only 5 left? Are you serious? Is it really that easy to get all the missiles? Okay. Okay, so over here we got a gamma. What? It's evolving? I don't believe it. No, you're supposed to stay up where you were. Wow, okay. Okay, cool. Alright, so we are 2 down. 8 more to go. So yeah, my recommendation when it comes to this game is that every time you enter a new area, try to get the new power-ups as soon as possible. Because that's gonna be of massive help. Okay, please don't fuck this up. Samus, I beg of you, please behave. Thank you, woman. Oh, well. Actually, you know what? That's okay, because I'm gonna save. Even though there is a save point before the... like, the main... I guess the area where all the Metros are gonna be. Because, yeah, in this top area, there's only 2. There's only 2 Metroids. Oh, well. Alright, just in case. Yeah. Let's recharge on missiles. Let's recharge on missiles. Okay. Thank you, buddy. So now we move on to the next area. Okay, yeah, there's a save here. Now, hopefully, I don't fall off like a dumbass. Oh. Okay. So I remember this area named 2R being so annoying. Mainly because it's pitch black. You cannot see a damn thing. What? It's evolving? I don't believe it. Yes, I know I made that joke before. Shut up. Me reusing jokes? I would never. But then again, what jokes? Because I am not funny. Wow. Alright. That's the end of that guy. So now let's move on. Okay, what should I do here? Or how should I do this next part? Okay, so there is an area below me. However... Oh, no, not here yet, but... maybe I can use that as a return path. Yeah, I'm gonna do that as a return path, okay. So below me, or so down, there's actually... Well, not in this room, but... In the next room, we can actually go up or down. Actually, no, I'm going the way I don't want to go. We want to go up first. No, not the devil bread. Oh. Love you too, buddy. Oh, I see you. Oh no, I got hit. Oh my god, of course. Of course. Okay. And there is a gamma here. Oh, thank you, buddy. Wait. How do I get to you? Oh my god, we go through the carcass. That's awesome. You see, at the end, it had a meaning. Wow, the freaking, whatever this is, like vegetation, it messed up with my missiles. That's amazing. That is incredible. Okay, hang on. Okay, hang on. What do I, Oh my god, I missed an area where... where the spacer beam was. Oh my god. Ugh. Yeah, this map is kind of hard to read, because... Yeah, I should have gotten a better map. Whatever. We'll roll with it. Thankfully, this is the last time I'm gonna use a map in Metroid, because... I know Super Metroid like the back of my hand, even though I haven't played that game in so long. Well, that sucks. We gotta do a huge detour. Okay, where am I? Okay, I know where I'm at. Yeah, now we gotta go all the way down so we can kill. Why did it evolve? I don't believe it. Yeah, stay there. Nice. Okay. And the good thing is that here, yeah, as you see over there. Nice. Energy restoration. What? It evolved? I don't believe it. What's the point in actually showing them evolving? I don't get it. Since we already know what they look like when they evolve. Or we've already seen the evolution, so you know. Come on, we gotta combo them. That's like the best strategy, honestly. Just comboing them to death. Oh, come on. I knew it. I'm gonna die to a freaking plant. That's awesome. Alright. And we took a bit of a shortcut, so that's nice. And yeah, we're basically back at the beginning. Actually, wait, we gotta go over here. Because there's a, What? It evolves? I don't believe it. And there we go. Oh, thank you. Wow, go through the enemy. Sure. Okay. Now the problem is, I don't know what my time is. It says that I'm actually an hour 19 in recording, but, or in terms of mastery timer, but yeah. I don't know the exact timer, honestly. Okay, so now I gotta go back, unfortunately. So yeah, we gotta go back to where Spazer was. Thank you, game. Alright. And because we're here, might as well grab this. There we go. And then we go. Alright, so now let's do a quick run through, essentially. And stop getting hit in the process. Yeah, down here. So yeah, in this room, there's actually stuff down here. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm whatever. Whatever. Let's just get a missile tank. Because why the heck not, you know? Actually, let's not go there yet, because there's actually an energy tank. So let's go over here where we actually need to fight a Gamma. Okay, 2 metrics left. What? They evolve? I don't believe it. I have to say, I actually kind of like how in AM2R they look like, or at the very least, the Gamma and Alpha Metroids look like how they look in here. That's actually a nice detail that I actually like. Or they do like or every single Metroid looks like their sprites. However, you know, in the case of Alpha or Zetas and Omegas, they are a bit bigger. Although, yeah, let me tell you right now, Zetas in AM2R, the worst of the Metroids. Especially when they knock you into the other room, forcing you to refight the entire fight again, which is very stupid. But yeah, we got ourselves the Plasma Beam, which is a very interesting weapon. I want to say it's the most powerful of the beams. I mean, no kidding. But Yeah, it's basically it's basically like a longer... What's it called? It's basically a longer... It's basically a longer, like, normal beam, essentially. Okay, so here we got an alpha, yeah. And that's all the Metroids in Area 3. And bonk. Nice, we didn't get the jingle. Oh, that's funny. Alright. Now, I believe we're missing one more energy tank, so that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool indeed. Okay, so now we have to backtrack quite a ways, actually, because, yeah, instead of actually going to... well, the next area, we actually need to backtrack more than necessary, because yeah, from area 2 to 3 there was actually a there is actually a what's it called? There were two areas with the lava, and yeah, we actually need to go backtrack to the first one. Oh my god. Okay, fine. Fine, I'll do the boring way, because fuck you, Space Jump. You unreliable piece of you unreliable annoyance. God, I hate the Space Jump in this game. Although, to be fair, the one in Super Metroid is also pretty bad. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Super Metroid, one of my favorite games of all time, but... God, that's freaking... Wow, why does it hitbox? But, man, I really don't like the space jump in that game. It doesn't have the same problems as this, but... trying to go up with the space jump in Super Metroid is so unreliable. It's so unreliable that I don't like it. But, you know, at the very least, it's good in, Oh, I'm just getting, 7 missiles. Not that much. At the very least, going from side to side is not a chore, so... at least I'll give them that. Okay, so yeah, now we have to backtrack all the way back here. No, not there. Here. So yeah, you may have noticed that that area was still with lava, and that is because there was another area that don't have lava anymore. And that's actually one thing that I will give credit to AM2R, is that that's actually, like, okay, like, a lot of people say that AM2R is a better Samus Returns, or a better Metroid 2. However, my argument on the battle between AM2R and Samus Returns is that Samus Returns does something on its own, while AM2R I actually mentioned this in a stream of someone actually playing this game, or AM2R, but AM2R is basically a remake of sorts, or it's basically a faithful recreation of the progression system of this game, while Samus Returns is a more is more of a remake that tries new things, which again, I actually will give credit to both versions, because I mean, yeah, Aim Tour does include other stuff like new bosses and such, but when it comes to the progression of the game, where going from one area to the next area, it's basically the exact same as the original Metroid 2, which yeah, I actually really like it. Okay, so right here, we gotta fight a Gamma. While they evolve... Oh my god, that was so terrible. And there we go. And once you defeat that Metroid, you now have to backtrack to the other lava area. Not the one we came across while coming through here, but the one next to Area 3. And yeah, this, according to the map, this is technically considered as Area 4, so yeah. Shortest area, let's go. Wow, these guys are very generous with the HP. Holy crap. Oh, no. Oh, well, never mind. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, now we gotta go back. But yeah, basically, for those who don't know, in AM2R, that area we were just at was that area where we found the research team, where you fight two alphas at the same time. So yeah, if you wanted to get some like context for those who haven't played AM2R, and of course, you know, it's a no-brainer. But yeah, this game doesn't have that extra area where the rescue team ship is, where you fight Genesis, which is a common enemy in Fusion. So. Yeah, right here. Wait. Is it here? Or am I dumb? Wait. Oh, no, yeah, it is right here. Okay. Alright, so now we have Area 5, where we have 2 Metroids. Wow. Oh, and this is another short area. Alarm, shut up. I'm busy. Okay, so there are 2 directions we can go. Oh, stop being annoying. Okay, so now we're going for a Gamma. Because, yeah, we have to fight an alpha and a gamma in this next section. Oh, what is this, Mega Man invisible block shenanigans? You see, when it works fine. Okay, yeah, there's a missile. Recharge. You already know the line. Say the line, Bart. Okay. And there it is. And there it is. Oh no, how could you? Ow. Ow! Jackass. Alright. So yeah, similar to Metroid 1, missiles are practically used specifically for Metroids, so... And doors, but you know. Because, depending the beam you have, you can actually just mow through all enemies no problem. Now we got moving blocks, wow. Good thing I have to do all this platforming. Am I right? But yeah, another reason, another reason as to why I'm doing Metroid now, or Metroid 2 now, is because, you know, once I beat this game, it's off to Super Metroid, which, yeah, it's the most exciting thing about this whole ordeal, about tackling this game. Not to say that this game is bad by any means, but like I said before, outside of Prime Hunters and Pinball, this is actually the game that I've played the least. Or when it comes to the 2D Metroids, this is the Metroid game I've played the least. I've played Metroid 1 more times than this game, because yeah, like I said before, after mastering this game, this would be the third time I mastered it. I would fully beat this game. Okay, so now we have to go all the way back to where we killed that lone alpha. Why? Shut up. That's why. No, wait, we want to go down. But yeah, basically, yeah, this is the part we have to do a lot of back and forward. Well, I'm sick of it, and I'm gonna do it no more. God, I need to play to Insanity. I tried to play to Insanity, but yeah, I tried to get all the gems in the first area, and yeah, there's one that is very obnoxious to get, and yeah, trying to do it without dying is even worse. Oh, I'm back here. Oops. I took a bit. Oh my god, I am not paying attention. Yeah, because there's no like screen transition between areas. This map can be kind of confused. This map can be kind of confusing sometimes. Oh, stop it. Okay, so yeah, here's where we need to backtrack. Okay, there we go. Oops. Sorry about that, people. I got distracted. I got sidetracked for a moment. That's what I get for not having notes. Although, to be fair, this game is not... Again, it's not that hard compared to the first game when it comes to knowing where to go. Yeah, basically, we gotta go down here. And we just continue down here. It's a worm. Okay. So now we enter area 6. Area 6, right? Okay, yeah, area 6. Also known as the tower in AM2R. Oh. Wow, blocks that actually require missiles? I don't believe it. Alright. So here we have 7, which is practically half of the Metroids remaining, so that's interesting. Now, if I remember correctly, I believe we're done with the with alphas. So now it's just gammas in the next evolutions. That's one way to do it. That's one way of doing it. Alright. Missile tank. And 3 more, wow. So yeah, this is basically the tower for those who've played AM2R. Now, what's actually interesting is that this, what's it called? This, level has all the beams in the game. So, yeah, I don't know what's up with that, but... Okay, so, yeah, the tower, as I will call it, not just because of a reference to AM2R. So, in this level, we will have water. Which, yeah, I actually learned that the Varisuit allows you to walk normally on water, which, yeah, that is definitely not a thing that happens in the... That is definitely not a thing that happens in any Metroid game. Well, except the first one, because there's no water in that game. And, hey, look at that! It's a gamma. Except not really, because, yes, here we have our new... Metroid. We have the Zeta Metroids. And I do not like these things. I would say the hard part of... Yeah, it's trying to hit these guys, because, man, they're so annoying. What the? Why did I pause? I'm gonna die. Yep. Yeah, Zeta Metroid, yeah, that's actually, yeah, once we get to Zeta, and especially Omegas, yeah, that's when the game becomes, honestly, pretty bullshit, because they move so quickly, and they are always so close to you that trying to hit them is almost impossible. Or what's the word, or no, not, what's the word? Getting contact damage is practically inevitable. That's like the one thing I hate the most about Zetas. Can you, like, come down here, you shithead? There we go. And yeah, basically you have to try to just spam missiles to them as fast as possible, which, you know, considering that we later have to fight Omegas, and they are even more annoying. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so because I don't want to engage with that douchebag again, if I can get up there, that is, I'm gonna go safe. Now, the good thing is that this area is the only area that has two. That has two. What's it called? That has two. Or this is the only area in the game that has Zetas to deal with. So that's pretty cool. Okay, now if you continue to the right, there's going to be a long shaft with 4 missile doors. And basically what those doors will provide you are basically every beam in the game. So you can get you can get the wave beam, you can get the spazer, the ice beam. However, I'm gonna stick with the plasma rifle because the plasma beam is actually the best beam. Not to mention that, yes, we do need the ice beam for the final section of the game. However, you will get an ice beam when you get to the end. Or you will get an ice beam when you reach the final part. What? They evolve? Alright. That's the end of that guy. That's the end of that gamma. And yeah, basically... yeah, it's actually weird that this area is the only area that has Zetas, because... yeah, once we reach this area, we're basically off to the end game. Because, yeah, this is actually the final, like, big area of the game. Which, to be fair, there's only, like, 3 areas that are, like, big. And when I mean big is I mean... actually, no, there's 4, never mind. So, yeah, we got the first area, then we got the area with Arachnus, then we got the area with the space jump, and now we got this. Okay, and right here, this is actually another entry point to get stuff. So yeah, if you go down here, yeah, right here we got missile doors, and these will contain all the beams in the game. But, like I said, I'm gonna stick with plasma. Alright, so now we gotta do the long, arduous task of climbing this godforsaken place with the most unreliable jumping in the entire series. Especially when the jumping doesn't freaking register. Now, I don't worry too much about health because there is a, there's 2 energy tanks coming up. Okay, I'm actually getting a little bit worried because I don't want to get comboed to death. So yeah, basically we're going to use the spider ball. And then we're going to climb normally to the top. And I believe we have to bomb. Yes, okay. So similar to that one missile tank in that, in the area we fought Arachnus. And yeah, remember, the bombs have a very big blast radius, so make sure you stay clear of them. Alright. Wait a minute. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I just learned my lesson. Never, or when I do a mastery for this channel, do not make sure that I master the game before I switch back to my personal account, because yeah, I was logged into my personal account because I actually this is actually a brand new day from okay, yeah, there's the counter. But yeah, I'm basically doing this I'm basically playing this game, what's it called? I'm playing this game on a new day, and when I say new day, it's literally the next day. And the reason as to why is because I had to attend a very important thing with my mom, and yeah, basically we were. And yeah, basically I had to stop playing for the day, and it's getting way too late, so I decided to just do it tomorrow or the next day. And here we are. And unfortunately, because my dumbass forgot to change the account, because, you know, I was actually playing the Saturn version of Resident Evil. And yeah, I just forgot to change back to my Wolf account. So, yeah. So, I should have gotten an achievement by defeating the Zeta. However, yeah, I didn't get it, so that sucks. That said, that's not big of a big issue, since we can get it later, since there's actually 2 more Zetas we gotta fight. But yeah, thank God I discovered it. Thank God I found out once I got the missile, because yeah, I was gonna be very upset. Okay, so right here we got probably probably the dumbest room in the game, because yeah, we basically have this dark room where you can't see a damn thing, and there's a missile tank as well as an energy tank. Now, similar to Metroid 1, as you saw by the, what's it called? As you saw by the, but yeah, as you saw by the achievement, you don't have to get all energy tanks, so you can just exit no problem. Also, where the hell am I? Here we go. And yeah, basically for this part, you just need to try to figure out where the hell you're supposed to go. Now, just for the sake of it, I'm gonna try to go for the E-tank. And yeah, basically once you enter the hole, you have to like drop into the, you have to drop right, and then you have to And then there's gonna be some blocks you have to bomb. But yeah, this room is very stupid because you cannot see a damn thing. It is such a stupid room. But yeah, once you manage to get past this atrocity of game design, well, it's not that bad because there's only 2 corridors and they're basically, I don't want to say protected, but you basically have to deal with a thing. Oh, of course. Of course I need the bombs. Why wouldn't I? Okay, how do I want to do this? Okay, I think I know. Let's do this. You know what? That was perfect. Okay. But yeah, right here we can bomb this. And right in here we have another Zeta. And we also have the last upgrade of the game, so yeah. Okay, so this is a Zeta. So let's see if we can actually like get him on a corner or on the corridor. Yeah, like that. Yeah, yeah, that's honestly the best way to actually deal with Zetas, and that's the fact that you want to get them like on your level so that you can actually shoot them with missiles. You can actually just combo him with missiles. And there it is, Bipedal Monster. So yeah, we didn't get the achievement last time. Oh my god. That was scary, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god, okay. Alright, so here we have... Wow, what the heck was that hit? What the hell was that blast? Okay, cool. Yeah, right here we got a Chosen statue. And this will give us access to the final upgrade of the game, the Screw Attack. Screw you. Am I playing on hardcore? I swear to god, if I'm not playing on hardcore, I'm gonna flip off, okay. Everything is going wrong, I love it. Also, we're missing 2 more... We're missing 2 more missile... Actually, no, we're missing 1 more, because, yeah. This game gives you 10 missile tanks per expansion. Or you get 10 missiles for every tank you get. Which is kind of weird, because every other Metroid game gives you 5. Although I do know that if you're playing Fusion on hard mode or Zero Mission on hard mode, you have to... what's it called? You will get less. Same with energy. Okay, so it's a good thing I actually came over here to the right, because, yeah, here we have to fight, because, yeah, the last 2 matches are in here, and, yeah, we gotta use the space jump to actually get up here. Ooh, there's a thing there. But I cannot get it from here, I gotta get it from above, so from here. And there we go. I'm ready for the 4th of July. And yeah, that's it. That's all the missiles in the game. Oh, what is this? Oh, no. Wow. I cannot even access the thing. Nice. You know what? That's okay, because there's actually an energy refill in this room. Yeah, there's actually one over here. Oh. And there's actually a missile refill in the side of the tower. Now, however, before I do... Actually, no. Before I do that, let me go fight the last Metroid, which is another Zeta. And this is actually going to be the last Zeta of the game. So yeah, only 3 Zetas. Because yeah, next up the other Metroids are gonna be Omegas. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to get a good angle. Go, 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 go. I will say, because of the large area, the first Zeta was definitely the hardest one. And what? Oh, I was gonna say, did I just get soft locked? Okay, that was interesting. Okay, so now it's on to the final stretch of the game. Or now we're gonna move on to essentially the end game. Well, not the end game, but we're moving on to the final area of the game. And this is honestly what I would consider to be the hardest part of the game. Because now, okay. From this point, make sure you stock up on missiles and energy. Because the missile and energy refills in this area are the last refills of the game. So yeah, this one right here, this missile refill is the last of the... Oh, nice. So yeah, the missile and energy refills in this area are the last refills of the game. Actually, no, they're not the last, but... Actually, no, they're not the last, but they are the last in this long... They are the last you're going to come by until you reach the literal end of the game. So, and yeah, you basically need to fight 5 Metroids without, you know, trying to recharge. Because yeah, if you run out of energy, if you run out of missiles and you're low on energy, you have to backtrack all the way back here to actually, you know, get back energy and missiles. And yeah, I would say this is the low... I would say this is the low point of the game. That's the fact that if you're starving for ammo, you have to essentially do a huge amount of backtracking, which is not a good thing. Which, you know, I get it. Backtracking Metroid is like a thing. A very annoying thing, but a thing nonetheless. Well, an annoying thing depending on the game, if I'm being honest. But yeah, it can be kind of scary, especially considering that once we get to the next area, we're going to fight, honestly, the hardest Metroids of the game. Although, they can be the easiest or the hardest, depending on how you want to deal with them. Because, I guess we'll show it once we get there. Also, I should have went and saved the game, because yeah, there's no save points until we get to the next area. Because yeah, now we're gonna go into a small area, similar to the previous areas we went for before accessing the tower. Ow. And yeah, here we want to go up here. And avoid the wormies. And then we're going to go to the left once we arrive here. Also, yeah, considering you get the screw attack like way too late, it's kind of insane. But yeah, in this room, we have a Metroid, except not really, it's an alpha. So yeah, for this part, make every shot count, because it's gonna be very important. And yeah, as you can see, we are lowering even more of the lava, so that's awesome. So yeah, with that said, let's just go back. However, once we go back, yeah, we're gonna see that. Oh shit! Yeah, we're gonna see that now there's lava. So, yeah, what's the deal, bro? Well, that is because there's actually another Metroid in this area, and we gotta go kill it. Oh, stop it. Alright. So, before starting this, this second, part of the playthrough, I did refresh the RetroAchievements, site, and I did see that I was at 1 hour and 27 minutes before starting, so... Yeah, that's pretty cool. But here we go! The Omega Metroid. Now, the Omega Metroid, there's two ways you can actually defeat him. You can either just shoot him normally, like every other Metroid, or what you can do is shoot him from behind to deal massive damage. Because yeah, if you shoot him from behind, you're gonna deal a lot of damage to them. Otherwise, you just have to spam a shit ton of missiles to kill him. And yeah, basically that's like the strategy, so to speak, against Omegas, and that's that you want to shoot them in the back. Now the good thing is that because we have the screw attack, we can somewhat avoid these guys' contact damage, but not all of them, which is very annoying. And there it is, the Omega. And we did lost 2 tanks, which is not ideal, because, yeah, now we gotta fight 3 of them. Because, yeah, the next 3 Metroids are all Omegas. And they can be pretty annoying. Especially if you fight them in a tiny room, which, I don't remember if that's the case. But yeah, the good thing is that we're basically sort of done with Metroid, so now we have to... Or, we're done with Metroids... or, we're done with the hard part, because the next... Now we can actually access the next save point, which is good. And yeah, with that, we are now moving on to the final area of the game, which is the Metroid Hive, so to speak. But yeah, I also love how they implemented the back attack aspect in AM2R. That's actually a really cool thing they actually that the game the remake actually acknowledges. Now, sadly, Samus Returns didn't do that, but then again, Omegas in Samus Returns are completely different from what they are in in this game. Okay, I believe the next save room is here? No, not yet. No, it's after this room. Okay, let's try not to take a lot of damage. Because we want to survive, you know? Okay. So here we go. The somewhat Metroid hive. Even though it doesn't show because of the black void that is the background. Yeah, basically here we have to survive 3 Omegas, and yeah, we can do that. We are the best. Okay, now should I actually fight? Yeah, let's just go fight the first one. Hey, look at that. We got the egg chambers from the original Metroid. Okay. Okay. Omega number 1. And yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what's like the best strategy to like make them get behind you. Because yeah, my recommendation is to just keep moving until they stop, you know, moving, which is kind of redundant, but whatever. Yeah, basically try to get... Yeah, you basically want to try to get around them. Now, like I said, you can actually... Oh, stop it. You can actually try to... kill them directly, but that takes way too many missiles. I forgot the number exactly, but they take a stupid amount of missiles to kill with direct hits. Okay, we lost 1 tank, so that's not that bad. So if we keep this up, we will be fine for when we reach the end, or when we reach the final Omega. But then again, I don't want to risk it. I will say that because of their unpredictability, I actually do find Zetas to be more difficult in this game than Omegas. Because yes, Omegas hit hard, but they don't move as you saw by the previous 2 fights, they don't move that much. Okay, we don't want to come down here because this is actually... We want to go down there once we defeat the remaining Metroids, which are 2. Okay. Alright, now before we do anything, I'm going to climb to the top of this room because there's actually a save point. And look at that, guys. We got the funny number. I wish they actually put a health and a missile region station here. Or at the very least, health. Because, yeah, as you see, I'm at 214 missiles. So, I'm doing good on missiles. Okay. Alright, so here we go for the next Omega. And yeah, the Zetas are very mobile, which is what makes them more annoying. Also, we got water, I guess, even though it doesn't affect me, but whatever. Oh, no. I don't know if you can actually, combo Omegas like you can with, like you somewhat can with the other variants, but... Oh, crap. Yeah, at this point, I'm not even gonna... I don't wanna... No. Yeah, I would say, 2 to 3 times is a good, cycle, I guess. So 1... Oh, I missed! I should the butt. The butt is not a hitbox. Oh, and he's hitting me multiple times for multiple hits. Hey, there we go. Okay, just for security, I'm gonna go save again. Because, yeah, I don't want to die. So yeah, my recommendation for the final area is to just take it slow. Do not rush, and you'll be fine. Or take it with extreme precaution. Even though you can get some health from enemies, yeah, I still recommend you go and save. And yeah, I would say that if you do what I do when it comes to killing the Omegas, which is shooting them from the back, ammo is not a concern, especially if you have max missiles. But yeah, now we're gonna go down. And into the final Omega we move on. Oh my god, why? Why? Alright. So one more of these chambers. And here we go, the final Omega Metroid. And yeah, all the arenas are basically the same. Except that the last one was flooded, I guess. Oh, I could have done a 4th time if I jumped high. Maybe not. Oh, I missed? Okay, so I don't know if you can actually I don't know if I can show it with my mouse, but I'm trying to hit there. Like I'm trying to hit that spot of the Metroid. When I try to shoot him in the back. So I'm trying to shoot him like in between the back and the butt. Also, my mouse is on screen, but it doesn't show on the recording. For some reason, but whatever. And wow! Okay, that was much easier than when I did this the first couple times, actually, because yeah. When I mastered this game on my personal account, I sucked at fighting Omegas. But yeah, being patient and waiting for them to have their back on you is definitely the ticket. But yeah, with that said, we are good to go. We just now need to go to the final area, and we're done with this Game. So yeah, now we gotta climb up here. I'm not gonna save because the next area is very straightforward, and there's gonna be a save point at the end. I say that as I'm getting hit by spikes. Not to mention that the space jump is incredibly unreliable, but whatever. Okay. And yeah, unlike Samus Return, or unlike this game, in Samus Returns here you have a lot of enemies, and that's actually one thing I don't like about Samus Returns, the fact that this final moment before you head into like the core of the Metroids, like the core of the Metroid, to where the Metroids are, it's just this slow walk to the end, which is honestly which they made it perfectly in AM2R. Okay, so I did pause right here to mention that if you did not kill the Metroids or the Omega Metroids, there's going to be a barrier in this part that is going to prevent players if they try to brute force it through the lava. So yeah, if you think you can just skip the Omegas, the 3 Omegas, then you cannot. You have to fight them. So yeah, they actually made created a literal wall for those who want to not play the game. But yeah, from this point on, it's just a linear path to the end. Except that I fall off like a moron. Oh yeah, I remember this part in AM2R being very annoying. Also, wow, look at that. Water that slows me down. That's a new. Oh no, how could you? Alright. And here we have the final save of the game. Although I should have actually waited for this because... yeah, now we have to... because yeah, now before I actually go to the next area... So here we have this large area that... oh my god, it's gonna be such a pain in the ass to climb with this unreliable space jump. But basically, we have... okay, fine. But basically, we have 3 directions we can go. The first one is a way to actually get the ice beam. The second path is to get a missile and energy refill. And the third one is actually the way to go. And yeah, basically, we're going to go from right to left. So the direction on the right has the missile and the energy refill. So that is awesome. The next part is this one, which... if we continue up, we have a broken Chozo, but we have the ice beam. And yeah, it's actually a good thing they actually gave you the ice beam here, because the ice beam is actually the ice beam is mandatory to beat the game. It's not like what's it called? It's not like the original Metroid where you can actually beat the game without the ice beam, since, you know, defeating Metroids in Turian is completely optional. And yeah, now that we got the ice beam, we can now, I'm just gonna save the game and let's go up and hopefully not screw up, because I will. Well, there it is. There we go. And yeah, as you can see, the music is now changed. So yeah, we are basically in the... Aim2R calls it the genetics lab. But yeah, I don't know what this is supposed to be exactly, but... Oh. What was that? It's an egg. However... Uh-oh. We now have 9 Metroids to kill. And where did those 8 come from? Well, from here. How did you get me? Okay, fine. So yeah, now we have original Metroids, and yeah, compared to compared to the others, these guys can actually be kind of dangerous. Because yeah, they have the also famous life suction abilities. But yeah, these guys, you defeat them the same way. You just freeze them with the ice beam, and then just use 5 missiles. Oh my god, what the hell is that? What the hell was that? Let go! Let go! Bro, let go, you dumbass. No, fuck this. Dude, when I bomb you, you're supposed to let go, you dipshit. Dumbass. Oh my god, that's so dumb. Alright. Let's just carry on. And yes, you actually need to defeat them. You actually need to defeat the Metroids, otherwise the door to the next area is going to be blocked. So yeah, there's going to be like a wall here, and you're not going to be able to continue on. Of course. Can you please let go? Oh my gosh. Bro! And yeah, if they froze, you need to do it. You need to kill them again, or you need to use the thing again. Oh wait. Okay, never mind. There's no thing. Oh, there's actually. Oh, maybe there's actually something that drops in this room. But yeah, as you can see, we have one more Metroid. And this intense, low-beat music. Oh my god. Okay, bye. So yeah, if you want, which is actually what I'm gonna do, you can actually just run away, and you're actually going to spawn back to where the ice beam is. And basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back and restock on health, because yeah, the Metroid not letting go after bombing it was that was kind of bullshit, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, as you saw, we got a big old bitch. And yeah, that was the Queen Metroid. And yeah, basically we have to kill her and we will kill the last Metroid. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna very quickly do this. I could go back and save, but yeah, I'm not gonna do that. If I die, then I'm gonna do the Metroid Gauntlet again. And yeah, that's actually a bit of a downside, and that's the fact that if you decide to exit and actually restock, you have to go through the entire genetics lab again. But, you know, considering we killed all the Metroids, it's not that big of an issue. But yeah, I gotta say, I really love this theme in AM2R. It's such a good theme. I also love the theme that plays when you're like on the final pathway before the Queen. That low like drum sound. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, I have to say that the final boss in AM2R and Samus Returns is pretty epic. Although, oh my god. So, I did mention that I finally played through I'm finally playing through Fusion mode in Samus Returns. And, yeah. Zetas are kind of dangerous, but, man, I cannot imagine Omegas, and especially the Queen. And, of course, the true final boss, which I'm not going to spoil for those who haven't played Samus Returns. Although, at this point, I'm pretty sure everybody knows it's Ridley, but whatever. Alright, Queenie. Time for Queenie. So basically, for this one, you gotta shoot her until she dies. And yeah, basically for this part, we can just shoot her face. But you can also... she can also eat us, and we can actually bomb her insides. Which, yeah. As someone whose first Metroid game was Other M, believe it or not, I had no idea that was actually a thing, so there you go. And yeah, basically, you just have to keep shooting her with missiles. And let's see if we can actually kill her from the inside. Or, you know, I can die first. Or I can just kill her like that. Okay, look at that. And she just gets deleted off the face of the earth. And the Queen of the Uglies has been achieved. And there it is. But now, we have the egg. The baby is ours. And yes, we now have the baby Metroid, which can destroy these crystals, and it will basically allow us to escape the planet. And as you can see, our counter is now at 0, which means that our mission is now completed. So all we have to do is escape through this last cavern system and make it back to the ship. And there it is. Mission completed. I can walk. I can run. And finally, Speedy SR388. And time. Metroid 2 Return of Samus mastered in 2 hours 38 minutes. So, yeah, that was a pretty quick game. And yeah, compared to Metroid 1, this is definitely a much faster game to master. Because how long did it took me to master Metroid 1? Let me see real quick. If the Excel page would load. Okay, never mind. I guess we're gonna wait. But as we wait, yeah, Metroid 2. And yeah, I have to say right now that with the second playthrough, I have to admit that I actually started to enjoy this game a bit more. Of course, considering the fact that this is the third time I'm actually, you know, playing through this game from start to finish, it of course I start to learn the ins and outs of this game. Although, would you believe me when I say that to some extent I do prefer the first game when it comes to enjoyability? Like, yes, the first game is filled with a lot of BS moments, and yes, there's a lot of aspects of Metroid 1 that are just not good, like rooms repeating themselves all the time, which is kind of annoying, especially when you don't rely on a map. But yeah, besides that, I do enjoy the... Okay, I will admit that I do enjoy the exploration portion of Metroid more than this. But in terms of progression, I think I enjoy this game more. But yeah, as you can see, 2 hours and 14 minutes of time. And yeah, we got the true ending by having Samus in a bikini. Or underwear. I don't know, there's probably gonna be that one guy. Okay, how long did it take me, Metroid? Okay, let's see. 2 hours, 37 minutes. So... Oh my god. I was 1 minute slower than Metroid. Wow, that is incredible. Although, to be fair, I could have done it faster, but because I was logged into my old account, to my personal account, I had to reset the game, so... Yeah, that's a bit of a shame that actually happened. Wow, okay, I gotta admit, that's pretty funny. So, yeah, that's actually another game. So yeah, with that said, let's go ahead and review the set. So, in terms of the quality of the set, I'm gonna give it this... Wait, where is Metroid? I'm gonna give Metroid 2 this... Actually, wait, let me put on the time first. So, 38 and 7 seconds. Yeah, I'll just put the decimals, whatever. So, in terms of the difficulty, also, I'm just gonna do this so you can see the little baby Metroid that I made for the artwork that was completely invisible because of the timer. Yeah, I put the artwork a bit too high. But I wanted to have some varieties. So it's like, hey, look at that. It's a big one on the left, but then it's a small one, or the complete one on the right. And I will admit that I'm not a fan of the neck, of the visible neck. I think removing it would have been the better choice. But yeah, it was that. I'm not gonna lie, that was probably the hardest part of me doing this artwork, doing the damn neck. But yeah, when it comes to the difficulty of the... Hi, Adobe. Thanks for interrupting, you stupid program that doesn't allow me to purchase the programs I want. But then again, I have to deal with the cancer that is Photoshop. Anyway, back to the rating of this set. So, because this set is practically the exact same as the first Metroid, where the only achievements that you have are getting every achievement, beating every boss, and then getting the true ending of the game, I'm gonna give Metroid 2 the same rating I did for Metroid, and that is a 7 out of 10. And yeah, And yeah, basically... No, that's the difficulty. I want... Oh, no, wait. Oh my god, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, no, I give it a 6 for Metroid. And yeah, I'm gonna give it a 6 as well for Metroid 2, because like I said, when I rate the quality of the sets, I want to see how many miscellaneous, like, challenges are there so that, you know, it gets granted, like, multiple playthroughs or do stuff when it comes to thinking outside the box. And compared to the GBA set, to the NES set of Metroid 1, the GBA set is definitely the more superior one, to the point that from looking at the achievement set, I would give it an 8 or a 9, depending on the achievements. But then again, I have to review the set again. Although, to be fair, when it comes to quality, I'm talking specifically about the set itself, not after I master it, not when I'm mastering it. I'm talking about the set itself. So when it comes to, and yeah, basically I give it the bare minimum score I give sets when it comes to the quality is a 5 or a 6. The reason I give it a 5, and when it comes to giving it a 5, it will most likely be to sets that basically are just get 100% and there you go, you master the game. Which, just to give a little heads up, I guess, Story Little 2 is a very big example of a 5 out of 10, of a 5 when it comes to quality, where in order to master the game, you just need to get 100%. Now, I will say that there's no game where I have to do less than 100% in order to master the game, and that's the reason as to why I haven't given any game I've mastered less than a 5. Although I have to double check because I'm actually not sure on that, but I'm not going to do that now. Now, when it comes to difficulty, I will say that, okay, so for Metroid, I give it a 7. Although, like I said in that playthrough, as well as the Metroid video on my main channel, the reason I gave it a 7 is because I was using outside assistance, those being a map and some notes. And I will confess that for this playthrough, I did use a map. And that said, I did mention that if I didn't have a map for Metroid, I would give it an 8. I would give it a 9 or even a 10 when it comes to the difficulty, just because trying to get the speedrun achievement, if you don't know where you're going, and you get lost, it can be very easy to screw it up. Not to mention, if you don't do the warp cheat by pressing up and by pausing the game and then pressing up and A on a second controller, it's gonna be more strict, and you have to try your best to not get lost. Now, that being said, because this game is a more linear adventure, not to mention that you do have more time to actually get the best ending. And the fact that you can also get 100% while going for 100%, I'm going to be generous, and I'm going to give this one a 7 as well. I would give it if you're using outside assistance, I would honestly lower it down to a 6, but I'm going to put it at the same level as Metroid, because this game is not that much of a guide game compared to the first Metroid. Not to mention that you do not need every upgrade in the game, because I don't think I've ever had a good use of Spring Ball at all. So yeah, that's a very interesting aspect to think. Now, as for the fun, what did I give Metroid? I gave it an 8. I will say that this game is definitely more fun when it comes to the progression than the first Metroid. However, I will admit that when it comes to the overall, like, combat aspects and the stuff about the game, it can be very annoying. Like, for example, you do not have you have like almost no invincibility frames, so you can get comboed to death incredibly fast. Not to mention that Zeta Metroids and Arachnus can be very annoying to fight, especially Arachnus, because the way you have because in order to defeat Arachnus, you have to use bombs, and considering the fact that you have an incredibly tiny arena to fight him is honestly the biggest like hurdle in my opinion. And I will say that Arachnus is definitely the weakest fight of the game, or the most obnoxious fight. Zeta Metroids are, even though there's only 3 of them in total, they can be pretty annoying because of the fact that they move all over the place, and trying to hit them constantly is very obnoxious. However, my biggest issue with this game is the fact that there is not enough. I wish they would put a health and missile, or at the very least a health refill in the final area where the 3 Omegas are, because if you enter the last area with the Omegas without a lot of HP, you're going to die a lot, which is what happened to me, because yeah, I believe I was half health when I entered after I killed my first Omega in the last area. And yeah, I was basically getting juggled by the other two Omegas, but yeah, besides that, I have to admit that I actually did enjoy this playthrough and this mastery more than my first one, which, you know, makes sense because this is a new playthrough and I kind of knew where I was going. Not to mention that my strategy after learning how Arachnus works, where every time you press the fire button, he jumps, and trying to get behind Omegas is not that difficult, even though you can get juggled by them if you're not careful. I will give it the same rating, an 8 out of 10. Although Metroids can be kind of annoying when they, or baby Metroids can actually be kind of annoying when it comes to getting them off you. Which, yeah, that was pretty stupid. The fact that one Metroid just refused to let me go. Now, and as for the hardest achievement, I'm gonna give it this. I'll do it the same as the first Metroid, which is the Speedrun Achievement, which is Speedy SR388. And yeah, I will say right now that in terms of the set, just like the original Metroid, there is really no hard achievement. Now, if they actually did something like defeat an alpha, or defeat one of every Metroid kind without taking damage, or defeat Arachnus without taking damage, or God forbid, defeat the Queen without taking damage, which I don't even know it's even possible, considering the way she attacks, or considering what you have to do to damage her. Yeah, it can be. I will say that those would definitely be more difficult, but because of the fact that, look at that. I mean, considering the fact that you have to be fast, not to mention that, you know, you can be fast, but I also decided to go for 100%. It's really not that hard. Not to mention that this game is much shorter or more streamlined than the first Metroid in terms of progression, which I actually do like. But yeah, with that said, that is it for Metroid 2, and honestly, I'm so glad that I actually got this game, because that I'm finally through with this game, because even though I did enjoy this third playthrough more than the previous two, the next Metroid game, or the next 2D Metroid game we're doing, is Super Metroid, which is one of my top 5 favorite games of all time. Also, I guess I should mention this real quick, but unlike Metroid 1, Metroid 2 does not have any subsets, so yeah, that's the reason I'm not that's the reason I didn't bring up subsets. So yeah, this game doesn't have subsets, which I kind of get, because trying to glitch this game is not that good. It's not that, I don't actually see myself doing it, so yeah. Not to mention that you are forced to kill the Metroids in order to proceed, because they literally put a barrier if you try to reach the genetics lab without killing the Omegas in the final area, and probably all the Metroids except the last one, which is the Queen. But yeah, with that said, that's it for Metroid 2 Return of Samus. For the next game we're going to be mastering, we're going to move on to the PlayStation 2 and master Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, which is a game that I've been wanting to play for so long, mainly because of one specific part of the game, which I will do a little surprise for you. Not to mention that, you know, it's a bit. I would guess it would be a bit of a celebration for being the 15th mastery we do for the channel, or at the very least, the 15th mastery I do for this website. Although, to be fair, when it comes to the total games I've mastered, if we want to be technical, we basically have 11, because if we remove the 2 extra versions of Toy Story 2 and the Saturn version of Alien Trilogy, we basically mastered 11 games. So, yeah, and this would technically be number 12, but whatever, I don't care. I really don't care. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, or this playthrough. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, next time we meet, we're gonna move on to the PlayStation 2 and start with Sly Cooper, and after that, we're moving back to the PlayStation 1, and we're gonna be mastering a game that I've been wanting to play ever since I started this series. However, I was struggling as to when I was gonna do it. But I think I'm gonna do it before, or I think I'm gonna do it in between Sly Cooper and Metroid Prime, because yeah, I think that what I'm gonna do for Prime 1 is do it on December, and I'm gonna try to release that video the day Prime 4 comes out, just to make it very fitting. But yeah, with that said, my name is Jonathan Wolf. Thank you all for watching, subscribe and all that crap, and I will see you all in my next Mastery playthrough. Take it easy, everyone.